Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Taka amahara ni kamsumarimasu. Kamurogi no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no himuka no tachihana no. Odo no aragi harani bisogi harai tamo utoki ni narimaseru. Arai dono kami tachi moro moro no magabuto tsumi kebare o. Arai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshi o. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami ya oyoro zuno kami tachi tomoni. Amen no fuji komando nimi furita tete kikoshi meseto kashikomi mumaosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki ae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki ae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki ae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki ae tamae. Kam nagara tamachi haemase. Kam nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive Group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Truth, virtue, and beauty. Only deeds of love can bring forth a world completely filled with truth, virtue, and beauty. Paradise on earth will be a world of beauty, a place where the inner hearts of all its inhabitants are just as beautiful. One whose thoughts, words, and deeds are always pure, always beautiful, can surely be considered one who lives in paradise. God's purpose is to create an ideal world where truth, virtue, and beauty reign. Needless to say, the dark forces foster falsehood, vice, and ugliness. Beauty is necessary to the soul, as it brings joy and a sense of wholeness, not only to yourself, but to all who come in contact with it. It can be called a kind of virtue. The higher a civilization is, the more conscious it should be of the value of and need for beauty. It is essential that everyone cultivate a greater sense of aesthetic values. By so doing, not only individuals, but nations as a whole will benefit. Making beauty and its expressions in the various phases of life one of a person's main goals is a contribution of immeasurable value towards the betterment of society, which will certainly serve as a means of furthering the realization of paradise on earth. Beautiful environments make for beautiful thoughts, helping to place a person's mind on a higher plane. These, in turn, reduces crime and other negative actions in society. It must be realized that any teaching that aims at high ideals should maintain an awareness of beauty. There's a faith experience from Armando Francisco do Rio Pérez. He's from Vila Real Johrei Group. He's from Portugal, Europe. A few years ago, Armando emigrated to Luxembourg, where he worked for 10 years. It was a very difficult period. He had a lot of difficulty in adapting to that country. Customs, and especially the French language. He began making so-called friends, going out at night, drinking lots of alcoholic drinks to relieve stress, have fun, etc. This started on the weekends, but as time went by, he began going out practically every day. Thus, he would arrive home at dawn, often went straight to work or stopped by home just to shower and change clothes. With this behavior, he had no income at work, and consequently, he lost many jobs. 10 years after he moved to Luxembourg, his brothers and his wife, who lived in Chaves, Portugal, realizing his dire situation, asked Armando to return home, hoping that with his family, with more support, he could get out of the life he led. He indeed returned to Chaves, but however, regrettably, he continued with the same behavior, with a tendency to worsen, to the point of reaching the verge of divorce. He had already known our church in Brazil in an opportunity he was there through his cousins who are members in Rio de Janeiro. Completely desperate, he remembered the church again and called his cousins, who advised him to seek help and at the Johrei group closed to where he lives, which is Vila Real. He got in touch with the person in charge and started going 3 to 4 times a week from Chaves to Vila Real to receive Johrei. As the weeks went by and receiving Johrei, he gradually stopped feeling that strong urge to go out and drink. It was a big miracle after 24 years of heavily drinking. He doesn't have any craving anymore. He feels very calm, is more tolerant with those around him, And today he has a lot of gratitude for his wife, who with great love and patience supported and assisted him during all these years. With his life saved as an expression of gratitude, he was blessed to receive the sacred focal point or hikari to also be useful in helping others. During the membership course, he was guided to carry out our basic practices of faith. Starting in November, he began to dedicate at the headquarters every month. From Chaves to headquarters, it is a 4-hour trip, which he does with great gratitude because he feels a stronger light there than in the Johrei group. At the Johrei Center in Vilas Real, he continues to dedicate 3 times a week, participates in the monthly appreciation and ancestor service. He materializes his monthly and daily monetary offerings of gratitude and has begun the registration of his ancestors in the Sorei Saishi. It's an enshrinement of spirits. Amando wants to continue having permission to dedicate every month at their headquarters, which is Meishu-sama's home in Portugal. And he aims to receive the consecrated picture of Meishu-sama in his home. He's very grateful to God, Meishu-sama, his ancestors, his wife, his cousins, who guided him to our church, and the minister who received him with all love and affection. Thank you very much for listening to this faith experience, and thank you for joining us in prayer this morning. Pray for our ancestors, pray for our loved ones, pray for all those who are going through so many kinds of difficulties, purifications in their lives. Pray for world peace. Pray for all those who are still going through so many hard times with these natural disasters all over the world. And also like to remind you that this coming Sunday, we will have our monthly appreciation service for New York area with a special prayer for Paradise on Earth, for the Paradise on Earth, and also ancestral service will be also on this coming Sunday. On Saturday, it's June 15. That's when Meishu-sama received the revelation about the transition from the age of night to the daylight age. That was on the year 1931. It was on June 15. On this day, 6 p.m., we will be also having a special prayer. So on Saturday, 6 p.m., a special prayer here. And Sunday, we will have our monthly appreciation ancestral service with a special prayer for Paradise on Earth. So this brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we wish you a very blessed day. Thank you.